Hey guys, welcome back again to another Netflix and Chill in 10 minutes. Are you ready to chill for another 10 minutes? I'm sure you are. I brought another Netflix original movie, Don't Look Up. Don't Look Up? What do you mean, don't look up? Can you guys guess what it is? Well, let's find out from now on. This movie is a satirical disaster comedy film that follows two astronomers who discover a giant comet heading straight toward the Earth. They try to warn the government and the public, but no one takes them seriously. The movie uses humor and exaggeration to show how modern society often ignores science, spreads misinformation, and fails to act on urgent global problems, especially climate change. In the end, the film emphasizes the importance of listening to experts and taking collective action before it's too late. I want to talk about this movie deeply with you guys. I will ask you some questions. So, the first one is, which part of the movie felt most realistic to you and why?
Honestly, probably how everyone treated the comet like just another piece of entertainment. People were making memes, TikToks, hot takes instead of panicking. It felt uncomfortably close to how we respond to real life crises. We joke, we scroll, and we get distracted before anything meaningful happens.
In my case, the most realistic part of the movie was how the government and the media reacted to the comet. Instead of treating it as a serious emergency, they focused more on ratings, politics, and public image. This felt very rare because in our society, important scientific issues like climate change are often ignored or delayed due to political interest and misinformation.
Oh, Seongeun, I feel the same. For me, the most realistic part was how people reacted on social media. Instead of taking the comment seriously, a lot of people just turned it into a joke, made memes, or argue online. That felt really realistic because these days, even serious problems often become trends, and people seem to care more about getting attention than about the real issue.
Me too. The part that felt the most realistic to me was also how quickly people got distracted from the actual threat. It reminded me of how hard it is for society to stay focused on serious issues when there's always something louder or more entertaining grabbing our attention. It was funny, but also kind of depressing because, yeah, that's us.
Okay. So, the next question is, was there a moment when you realized how powerful misinformation can be?
Absolutely. The moment when the government and the media intentionally downplayed the danger and pushed their own narratives. Suddenly, half the country believed the comet was fake news, and the other half believed it was overblown. That split alone shows how misinformation doesn't just confuse people, it completely fractures society.
Yes, the moment that really showed the power of misinformation was when people started choosing sides with slogans like "Don't look up." Even though the comet was clearly real, many people believed the fake news and propaganda instead of scientific facts. This then made me realize how easily public opinion can be manipulated, especially through media and social networks.
I could see how misinformation spreads, not because it is convincing, but because it's easy. People aren't just misinformed, actually, they're committed to misinformation. The part really hit me because it shows how quickly truth loses in a world where convenience matters more than accuracy.
I realized how powerful misinformation can be when people started choosing side about the comment based on the politics, not science. Some people supported it, others denied it, just because of what their group believed. That showed me that information doesn't just confuse people, it can divide them and control their choices.
Hey, now, last question. Will you look up or will you choose not to?
Me? I think I'd look up because choosing not to look is basically choosing not to know. And yeah, sometimes ignorance feels safer, but it also means giving up your chance to act. Looking up doesn't magically solve anything, but it's the first step to actually facing what's happening. So if something threatens us, whether it's a comment, misinformation, or any reality we'd rather avoid, I'd rather see it clearly than pretend it isn't there. But that's just me. What about you guys? Would you look up?
I really agree with what Haesol said. Choosing not to look is like choosing not to know. And even though ignorance can feel safer, it doesn't change the reality. Looking up may not fix everything right away, but it's the first step to understanding the problem and having a chance to respond. Whether it's a comment, misinformation, or any difficult truth we want to avoid, I would also rather face it than pretend it's not there. So yes, just like Hassel, I choose to look out. What about you guys?
I like to say I definitely look up. Knowing the truth might be scary, but ignorance doesn't save anyone. It just delays the disaster. If something is coming straight at us, whether it's a comment or a social issue or misinformation, the least we can do is face it. So, yeah, I choose to look up. And even if it's terrifying, at least I'd be facing reality.
I think all of us are the same. I would choose to look up too. The movie clearly shows what happens when people ignore the truth. They lose the chance to fix the problem. Even though looking up is scary, not looking up is much dangerous. The scientist in the movie kept trying to warn people, and that made me feel that speaking up is also a kind of responsibility. I think choosing to look up means choosing courage over comfort.
Okay, so before we end today's episode, I want to leave you with one more question, not for discussion, but for your own reflection. If the people in power fail to act, what do you think you can do as an individual? I want you guys to take a moment to sit with these questions after this episode. And thank you for listening. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please like and subscribe. Then I'll see you next time.